Welcome to Fortress of Faith with Tom Wallace, calling North America to repentance and revival.
Hi, my name's Eric Coover, and I'd like to introduce myself. Tom's asked me to join his team as his fundraiser manager here at Fortress of Faith. Now, I want to let you know that I'm honored to be on board, and let me just say that I couldn't agree more with Tom's message calling North America to revival and his warning of danger and destruction brought forth by the ideologies of Islam and Marxism. Many of Tom's listeners have expressed how valuable his insights are and how they've helped them spiritually as well as in practical ways. The truth is, Fortress of Faith has seen a slow attrition of loyal donors who have passed away and gone on to glory. The loss of these senior donors has resulted in our inability to meet our current financial goals. Now, our goal is to enlist new soldiers into Fortress of Faith who will stand with us at the corner of truth and courage with their financial support. By the end of the month, we need to raise $20,000 or we may be forced to withdraw from some of our stations. Your donation, whether it be $10, $50, or $100, will keep us going. Every dollar counts towards our $20,000 goal. As you might agree, Tom's message is needed now more than ever, as it seems that lately evil has really taken a stronghold here in North America. Now, if you feel as strongly as Tom and I do about the need for revival and to sound the alarm before it's too late, we're calling on you today to join us in our stand against the powers of evil with your financial commitment and prayer for our cause. Now, there are three ways you can give. You can call us at 1-800-616-0082. Again, that's 1-800-616-0082. Or you can give online at fortressoffaith.org. Again, that's fortressoffaith.org. Or you can send a check to P.O. Box 30485, Bellingham, Washington 98226. Again, that's P.O. Box 30485, Bellingham, Washington 98226. Please stand with us at the corner of truth and courage. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to the Corner of Truth and Courage. You're listening to Fortress of Faith. This is Tom Wallace. I want to give you some of my comments of what's going on with the war in Iran, epic fury. Of course, the Israelis call it roaring lion. It's a kind of hint, by the way. There's a bit of a of a signal, of a message that the Israelis is sending to the people of Iran. The Persian flag, which, by the way, you know, this country, which has been known as Persia for centuries, their symbol is a lion and a rising sun. They're on their flag, and the old flag. That changed when the Islamic Republic came in 1979. And the new flag that they have still has the same colors, has the green at the top, which is a symbol of Islam, the white and the red. But you'll see on there's some interesting writing. It's Kufic script, and at the top and the bottom, 11 times it repeats Allahu Akbar, meaning God is greater. And the meaning of that is that our God, Allah, is greater than your God or any God. He is the one sole God. And so they have that mentioned on their flag 22 times. Now, there's a reason for that. 22 is because on the 22nd of Bahman, the year 1357, which corresponds, that's the Iranian, or rather the Islamic calendar. They start with, day zero being with Muhammad. And so we're in year 1357, according to the Islamic calendar. So on the 22nd day of the month of Bahman in the year 1357, which corresponds to the February the 11th of 1979, which is our Gregorian calendar. So they have it on there 22 times, Allahu Akbar, representing the 22nd day of the beginning of the Islamic Republic. And so, what Israel is trying to say kind of a hint to them. Let's go back. We're signifying the lion. We're trying to take out the current regime and bring back your old country, your old ways. And that's what we need to support. I support that. And perhaps now President Trump has found his exit ramp, his bluff to blow up the bridges and power plants, giving them a severe deadline like that, did create a movement. Is it going to last? Nobody knows. Everyone is doubtful. I'm doubtful. However, we can now downshift, perhaps, this from a hot war into a new stage. So the 2-week ceasefire, if it does come to pass, it was brokered by the Pakistanis, Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, meeting with U.S. delegations and Iranian delegations over there in Islamabad. They came to somewhat of an agreement, a shaky form of agreement, finally gave 10 points that are somewhat in line, close to the 15 points that the United States has been trying to put into place. Now, what I want to do, I want to give you, if I was advising Trump, here's what I would tell him. Now, I know no one's going to listen to me. I get that. But from what I see what's going on, and from my vantage point, and the things that I have come to understand about Islam and so on there, first of all, these people will not surrender. Asking them to surrender is, it's a dead on arrival. And I'll tell you why. Number one, it's not that they're afraid of dying. In fact, they love death more than life. And that's true. But to die fighting the infidel, us, America, and especially Israel, brings them reward, brings them their 72 versions and all that stuff. And so they have great reward to die in a war fighting with us. They don't mind that. That's okay. And that's kind of what they wish for and hope for. It guarantees them their salvation. But to surrender, they know that if they surrender and if they don't escape from Iran, then they will be killed for their crimes of killing other Muslims. And so being killed for their crimes won't win them any awards in heaven. In fact, actually damnation. So they certainly don't want that. They cannot just simply lay down their arms peacefully. And so this is a fight to the death for them. I'm convinced of that. If you're going to take the IRGC out, the Islamic Republic, it has to be won. It has to be fought and taken away from them, because they will not give it up. So if I was advising Trump, here's what I would tell him. Here's your opportunity to draw down. Draw down and give now the people. You told at the beginning of this, at the very beginning, we're going to attack Iran. We're going to attack the leadership. And our objective is to take away their opportunity of nuclear weapons. Okay. We've achieved that. Have we got all the centrifuges and all that kind of stuff? Probably not. If the regime does fall, we'll get that. But I think this is your exit ramp, President Trump. Take this opportunity to allow the people now to rise up. That's what you said. At the very beginning, you had said, and hopefully at the end of this, that the people will be able to rise up and take their country. And so now's the time to draw down. Stay in the region. If they keep the Strait of Hormuz closed, you continue the blockade, keep their vessels, the Iranian vessels, getting out. They need their oil to get out too. So if they're not letting everyone else get out, don't let them get out. And so basically, we're now in a siege. Put a choke and give opportunity to the people. If Israel and the U.S. defeats the IRGC and we bring them to an end, to their knees, and a new government is formed, it will be pretty much something like a foreign powers giving them this. And the people of Iran need to fight their own victory. They need their own revolution. Let me give you an example. Iraq. The foreign governments brought down the regime there, and they never really established a stable government, even today. They need to fight to form their own revolution. They need to own it for themselves. You can't just give it to them. You give it to them, you spoil them. And that's not what we want. So, number one, draw down, attack only when they shoot their rockets, take out whatever equipment that they still have, take those opportunities to, destroy those, yes. But pretty much only go after the military targets, but don't go after the infrastructure, bridges, and so on there. But choke their economy. Blockade. If they're going to continue to block oil from going out, then you block Iran from getting it out. Strikes, limit your strikes to the rocket launchers and so on there. Cracks, now here's the beauty. Cracks are already being seen in the IRGC now, finally. For the first time, we're actually hearing reports of squabbles going on in the IRGC. They're fighting amongst themselves about the ceasefire agreement. The Islamic Consultative Assembly, which is kind of like their parliament, went berserk over this agreement, over this 10-point ceasefire. Reports are coming out that President Masoud Pezeshkian has had severe clashes with the senior IRGC commanders. Hardliners are calling the agreement betrayal. They've accused them of trampling the blood of their martyred supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei. And so finally we're seeing cracks, and that's great news, folks. That's what I've been waiting to hear. I've been waiting to hear of cracks in their groups. That's what we want. Here's another thing I would tell my advice to President Trump. Openly, publicly support Pahlavi, Reza Pahlavi. Make public appearances with him and show the U.S. support for the Crown Prince. Tell the world, America made a mistake. We had a Democrat president who sided with the mullahs, and that was a mistake. He turned on the Shah, on the king and his family, and brought about the destruction of the monarchy that had been there for 4,000 years, thinking that the mullahs would do a better job over there. And that was a mistake. And we need to fix that and show your support for Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi. And I think that will bolster the people of Iran, and it will be a thorn in the flesh to the IRGC, which is what you want. And finally, I would say this. We need to see the Arabs give aid to the Iranians, to give them arms, training, and intelligence to bring down the IRGC. Well, those are my thoughts, and we're watching what's going on. We're trying to keep you informed as we can on these issues, but pray for the freedom of Iran, for the people, and the end of the Islamic Republic. And again, before we close, we really need your help to reach our goal for the fundraiser for the spring. And again, the number to call is 800-616-0082. If you want to give by check and you want our address, please give us a call. We'll be glad to give you that information. Again, the number is 800-616-0082. God bless you. And we'll see you again next week at the corner of Truth and Courage. God bless you.